Hello friends, how are you? I welcome to my YouTube channel Dr.V.V.Killedar. Today we are going to see the basic things related with C language programming. The first and important step is that you must download the Turbo C compiler onto your computer or laptop. The link to download this C compiler from the website is given here. Then you have to install the Turbo C compiler onto your computer or laptop. When this process is complete, you will see this type of icon onto your computer or your laptop. If you are getting this icon on the desktop of your PC or laptop, means the Turbo C++ compiler is correctly installed on your PC or your laptop. Now let us see what are the important steps while using C compiler. You should follow all these steps so that you can do the C language programming very nicely and you will not find any difficulty in doing C language programming. So the first step is you have to open the C language compiler which is already installed on your PC or laptop. The second step is edit a program. Means you have to write a program. Firstly, do all the necessary paperwork as I have explained in my first video. So follow those steps, do the proper paperwork, write down the C language program for your problem. Once that is ready, then open C compiler. And we have to edit that program. Means we have to type our program by using a C compiler editor. Once the typing of the program is over, you have to save that file using a save menu. Then you have to compile your program and debug. During the compilation process, if you have not written the instructions as per the syntax of C language programming or as per the grammar of the C language, then the compiler will prompt you the error messages. So you have to remove those errors. And after the complete removal of the errors in your program, you now execute the program. You can run that program and you will get the answer. And the final step is the exit from the compiler. Now today I am going to explain you all these steps in detail. Now it is to be noted that when you are using a C language compiler, the different files are generated by the compiler. Now these files are, when you first time edit, means you type a program and save that program, the file is saved under extension .cpp. Particularly in computer technology, there are two names given to the file. The first part before dot is called as the primary name of the file, and after dot that is called as the secondary name of the file. So usually the secondary name is given by that software which you are going to use, and primary name is usually decided by the user. Now let us consider some of the examples of this. y.doc. What is the meaning of this? Y is the primary name given by the user, and this doc indicates that this file is generated through the MS Office Word program. So whenever you create any documents using Word, the extension of this will be DOC. If you create a file using Excel, MS Excel, then the extension will be XLS. If you create a file, PowerPoint file by using a MS PowerPoint program, then the extension will be PPT. If you use a notepad, the extension will be .txt. And if you are creating the file using C compiler, the extension of file will be CPP. So this extension gives us idea about through which software this file is generated. So when you are opening this file, always open that file in that particular software. Otherwise, you will find difficulties. So you should remember this. So now come to C language. So when we create our C language program, the extension will be C++. So in Turbo C++ compiler, the extension will be CPP. If you use the earlier version of C language, the extension will be .C. Star represents the primary name given by the user, and the secondary names are given by the compiler. So when we compile a program and debug it, the file generated will be star.obj, object file will be generated. And when you link the program, when you run the C language program, the file .exe will be generated. It is executable file. And when you make the modifications in your original file, which you have first time generated, it will be saved as .back. It is called as the backup file. So in C language programming, when you are using a C language compiler, for every program, these 4 files are generated. That is .cpp, .obj, .exe and .back. And the primary name will be remain same. Suppose I have saved the edited program under the name suppose sum. Then the compiler will generate 4 files as sum.cpp, sum.obj, sum.exe and sum.back. Okay, so in C language programming, when you are using a compiler, the compiler will generate these 4 files. Okay, now I will explain you how to use C language compiler for doing C language programming. This is my desktop, and I find that on my desktop there is an icon Turbo C++. So this icon is available when you install the Turbo C++ compiler on your PC or laptop. So this icon is very important. Now I double click on this icon to open the C language compiler. So the home screen for this Turbo C++ will be pop up. Now we have to execute this program. We have to start Turbo C++. So here starts Turbo C++. Click on this. The compiler will open. And you will get the screen like this. So there are some menus like File, Edit, Run, Compiler, then Window. Okay, so you should use these menus available at the top, which is called as the menu bar. So through menu bar you select Window, and from that window you can select any other window which is required to you. So the important window required is the message window. So click on this message so that the message window will be available here. So whatever errors that appears in our C language program will be always shown in this window, message window, and this top window is called as your programming window. Now go to the file menu. If you want to create a program first time, then you select new option. So I will select now new, so that here you will get the window which is called as the program editing window, and initially the name of this file is noname.cpp because still we have not given the name to this file. Okay, now in this area you have to start typing your program. Now I will start. Now the first line is always documentation, so my first program, I will write my first program here. This is a documentation line which is not executed by the compiler. Then you have to write down the two files, that is the header files #include stdio.h. So remember that the C language is case sensitive, means never type using the capital letters. The keywords should be always typed in lowercase. That is very important. It is a case sensitive language. You can also copy these instructions. I select this, I go to edit, then I can copy and I can paste this. So you can also use this facility if to reduce the typing. So here we have to write down conio.h. This is second file which we require. Don't make any spelling mistake, otherwise you will find the error message. Then we have to start the main program, void main. Every C language program has a one main function. Don't write semicolon here. Then you have to write down the open bracket and close bracket. That is the best practice. So that should be in pair, and then enter and then start typing. So first instruction is clear screen, so that I will rub out whatever present on the monitor screen or the previous data can be removed. Then I am interested to write down the message, so that is sent to the output device. That is possible with the help of printf, and I will display that message. Suppose we are meeting first time, so I will select you, good morning friends. Okay, so this message is complete. So double quotation, and you have to complete the parenthesis, and at the end you should write down the semicolon. Every statement in C language is completed with semicolon or ended with semicolon. So here is my program which I have finished. So final instruction should be get ch to hold the output screen. Now my program is over. So the purpose of this program is to display the message good morning friends. Okay, so let us see whether this works or not. So my first step is now complete. I have edited the program. Okay, now I have to save this file on the hard disk of the computer. Otherwise it is not available to you next time. So go to the file menu, select save option, and here you have to write down the name. No name. Instead of no name, I write this is my first program first. Okay, and I will save OK. The extension will be automatically given by the compiler, that is .cpp. So you should observe here, initially no name.cpp. Now I say OK, and see here first .cpp means this program which we have currently edited is now saved under file first.cpp. Okay, now the second step. Now we have to see whether this is a grammatically correct or not. Is there exists any syntax error in this program? So I will go to the compile option is here, compile. Okay, if you get the word success, means the program is grammatically correct. There is no error in the instruction. The instructions are written as per the syntax of C language. Now let us make one mistake here. I remove this semicolon and see what happens. Now every time you make any change, the file must be saved, so that the change will be saved on the hard disk. Now again I go to the compiler, compile and see. See, there is one error. And this error is shown in the message window. See here, statement missing, semicolon. So semicolon is missing in that statement. So this is the mistake made by the programmer. You have not typed the instruction according to the syntax of C language or grammar of the C language. So whatever errors are there in your program, all these errors will be displayed in this window, and therefore this window is called as the message window. Okay, you should not have any error in this window, then your program is okay since or grammatically correct. Now I put the semicolon here and again save it. Okay, file, save. Yes, already exists. Okay, no problem. Yes, now I go to compile. Okay, if you get the word success, means there is no grammatical error in your program. Okay, or program is syntactically correct. Then you have to go for execution. So the program can be executed by using this run menu. Go to the run, then again run. The shorthand is also available, Control F9. If you press Control F9, that will work. Okay, I will select this run. Now this program will be executed by the machine. See, on my output device, I am getting my message, good morning friends. So the program is now executed by the machine and we are getting the result. So the result is displayed on the output device, console device monitor. Okay. Yes. Okay. So in this way, you have to do the C language programming. So firstly, edit your file. That is first step. Once editing is over, you have to go to the file menu, save that file so that you can choose your interested name. I have kept here first.cpp. Okay, then you have to go for the compile. You have to check the grammatical errors. If the word success is there, means your program is grammatically correct. Then you have to go, when you do the compilation of this program, the .obj file will be generated. Now during the run, the linking will take place. Whatever functions involved in this program are imported from this stdio.io.h, and the whole program is converted into executable file, machine level language file, and that is executed by the compiler. So when you say run, the program is executed and you will see the results on the console device monitor. So you have to follow all these steps. Now suppose you have already done a program and that is saved in your storage device, hard disk. Then you can also open that file. Usually it is a old file now. So I will go to the file menu. I use this option open. Then I will say enter. So these are the various programs which I have done previously. Suppose I want to open this file circle. Select that, say open. The file will be opened. So old files can be opened and you can see what is the program. So this is the program written to find out area of the circle. Again I will go to the compile to check the errors. So I get the word success, means there is no error. The program is grammatically correct. Now then I can execute this program by using the run option or run menu. Run. See, give radius of the circle. So here I have to type the radius. Say suppose I will give 1. Then the computer will execute the program and it will display the result. Radius is equal to 1. and area is equal to 3.15. Okay, because pi r square, pi is 3.152. I have rounded up to these 2 decimal digits, so answer is 3.15. so program is working properly and we are get the correct results. So the cursor is now stopped here because of that function get ch. So when I press the enter key, the control goes to back to the editing menu. So in this way you can do the programming. See here, this is the program for circle. Suppose you want to remove this message window, then click on this, click here in the corner, this will be removed. You can maximize this, okay, so that you can see your whole program which I have explained you in my second video. So float, radius area, clear screen, printf, give radius of circle, scanf, I will take the value of radius from the keyboard, address of radius, I have testing the value, if radius greater than 0, then I will going to calculate the area of the circle, the result will be printed here, and if the radius is negative or 0, else print wrong value of radius, get ch. Now let us see whether we get this message wrong value of radius if we enter the value of radius negative. So again you have to go to the compile menu, compile it, then press enter, go to run menu, run it. It will ask the question, give radius of circle. Suppose deliberately I will give the radius -1. See what will happen. See, wrong value of radius. So the program is doing our task properly. And at this stage, the understanding of the problem is very important. If you have the understanding of the problem, then you can know that what message should be displayed at this instance when the radius is negative. So the understanding of the problem is very clear. If your understanding of the problem is very clear, you have written the proper algorithm, you have represented in a diagrammatical way by a flowchart, then you can write down a program very correctly, logically correct, and you also check if some error occurs in your program, or suppose some wrong result is displayed by the computer after execution of the program, that can be very easily corrected, and that is possible only if your understanding of the problem is very clear. So in this way we are going to use a C compiler for doing C language programming. Okay, so you can make again the message window on by going to menu window, then you can select this message window. You can also select the result by using this output window. See here, the result is stored in output window. You can minimize this by clicking in the left top corner. Okay, so whatever window you want to use, you can use this here. So in this way you can do the C language programming. Now I want to exit from this compiler. So again come to file menu and see here quit. So insert quit. You will come to a C language home screen which we have initially got. Now I will exit from this by clicking here, and now again I am on my desktop. So in this way you can use C language compiler for doing C language programming. Thank you. So I hope you understood how to utilize C language compiler for C language program editing, compilation and execution. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe, comment and share this video with your friends. Thank you for watching.